everybody. It's Seth Jones, editor-in-chief of Golfdom magazine. Today I'm being joined by Lucas Andrews. He is the director of golf course operations out at TPC Sawgrass. Hey, Lucas, how's it going?
Very good. Thanks, Seth. How are you today?
Really good, thanks. So I guess my first question is, obviously, Jeff Plotz has left, and now you stepped into that lead role. What's really changed for you out there?
Um, yeah, great question. Yeah, no, nothing like it's not as earth-shattering change as you would have thought. I talk a whole lot more than I ever thought I would in this role. But I'm extremely fortunate to have like all the other pieces on the team are the same as they were last year at tournament, if not in more expanded roles. So the support around is the same, the expectations are the same, the end goal is the same. So we're really just kind of picking up where this is the foundation that Jeff left for us, and we're just kind of picking up and moving forward from there.
Very, very cool, very cool. Let's get to know you a little bit. Tell me about yourself. Where you're from, and how did you find the business?
Yeah, I'm from England originally. Found the business when my family moved to British Columbia, Canada, when I was in high school, and got a job just raking bunkers on the weekends. Thought it was really cool. Grew up playing golf, so any job that was going to give me free golf was, a win. Really thought I'd hit the jackpot out there because I would be a ski instructor in the winter and work on a golf course in the summer, and just thought, this is awesome. Had a really, really good, some core mentors there that encouraged me to pursue college in turf. Didn't really know that that was a thing. So once I figured that out, went to the University of Guelph in Ontario. Did my first year, got an opportunity to go to St. Andrews and intern out there. Took a year off between years of school there just to kind of maximize my internship opportunity. And when I was out there, got to meet someone from Sawgrass, tracked them down on the golf course, begged them for an opportunity for an internship. Did 6 months, came right back down after graduation, and have been here ever since. And Sawgrass, TPC Sawgrass, just an awesome property with just an abundant amount of opportunity here, having the two golf courses and continual project work and just constant elevation of the property and expectations has just allowed for there to be a career of growth and never a stagnant year on this site.
Very cool. And just tell me something you took away from your time at St. Andrews. What was it like when you first set foot on property?
I mean, it's like the ancient aura of that place is just incredible, right? Like from anybody that's played golf, it's just like a pilgrimage that kind of has to be made. It was their level of detail and their level of standards from a maintenance operation was what really stuck with me. They have a huge piece of property with there's 7 courses there, and you could be on kind of any one of the golf courses, and the staff were very much, they were interchangeable between them. And I took that away. I thought that was really, really well done on their part. And that's just kind of something that stuck with me through my career.
Cool. You said two things that caught my ear really, and one was that you took a year off of school to maximize your opportunity there at St. Andrews, and then you also said you met someone out at which let me see here it was you were at the where'd you go next? Did you go to Sawgrass next?
Yeah. So there was his name was Jim Abadi. He was one of the senior guys here at Sawgrass, was playing St. Andrews, and I heard about it, tracked him down on the golf course and just asked for an internship.
So did you just have like a drive to, I mean, what was it? Or do you think you just at a young age knew what you wanted to do? Or like, what was it that made you say, hey, I'm at St. Andrews, but I want to still do something else even?
Yeah. The course I came from in Canada was like 8 months of just like crazy wild, like, you got short growing window before play starts, and there's a ton of play, high expectations through the summer period, and then you got to get as much done before the snow comes as well. So it's just a very I just have only ever worked in like really fast-paced environments. When I was at St. Andrews, I got to do the links Dunhill, and then we had a ladies, I'm going to forget the name, like a junior ladies Ryder Cup style event come through. And I was like, okay, tournament golf, like this is cool because this makes general maintenance make a lot more sense because you've just got something to work towards, something to benchmark on. So when I was already taking this year off, which is, kind of 18 months, I really was just like, well, let me just try to maximize that. And when I heard this TPC Sawgrass, someone was going to be here, I was just like, what better place to go and get tournament experience than, the tournament course of the tour, in my opinion. Um, and so it was like once, kind of got that tournament bug and just realized early on that that was going to be, part of my career. I wanted to be a part of tournament golf in my career.
So when you made that contact at Sawgrass, did you think it was really going to work out, or did you just get kind of like a, yeah, give me your card?
Yeah, it was kind of like Jim's such a good dude, but he was just like, look, if you can get your visa, get a J1 visa set, give me a call when you've kind of got things in motion on that, and we'll set a time. And I think I called him back in like 2 or 3. I was pretty on it from that point, and called him back probably quicker than he thought, and got there in like January or February of 2009 with the tournament being in May. So I was able to get like 3 or 4 months in before that, and then be here through the summer afterwards. So, yeah, it was kind of just to him, maybe it was an off the cuff conversation. To me, it was a like game, career defining opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was clearly it was career defining. That was back in 2011, and now you're here today. And,
Yeah.
what's going on at the course? How's your guys' winter been? And what anything that we should keep an eye out for what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think we've had no one winter's the same here in Northeast Florida. And I think like most of the country, the last 6 to 8 weeks have been viciously cold for, everybody's standards. So for us, the weekend before the GIS, we got down to 22 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Had soil temperatures at 32. So there, that's just not common in Florida. So we probably lost 4 to 5 weeks of production, turf production. Our landscape plant material got decimated, so we've been working hard to kind of repopulate and revegetate areas. So those are kind of we had a really good December. So fortunately we had that. January, February have been challenging, but we have a very favorable forecast ahead of us. And we're kind of marching on. Expectations don't change. It's still going to be the same goal once we hit tournament week. It doesn't know about the cold, so we just kind of got to overcome that.
Yep. I had the pleasure of enjoying some of that weather. Took my regular trip down to Florida. I went to play Sarah Bay, and I think it was like 28 degrees when we got the golf course that day. Or something. I was like, oh boy, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. And Florida cold's a different kind of cold. It's a wet and it's all, so it really slowed us down, but we're getting through that now and seeing some really positive improvements out there.
Good. What about for young people pursuing this career and the young people who work on your crew that you see who come in and are driven? What do you tell those guys? Any advice on how to survive and advance in the industry?
Yeah, I think it's the toughest thing for young folks, and myself included, was to pace yourself. You're graduating college at 22, 23, 24, somewhere in that range. You got a 40-year career ahead of you. So like, if you're not at a superintendent or whatever, insert any title you want. If you're not there within a couple of years out of college, like, it's okay. Go ahead and like build that foundation. Find yourself a good mentor that's going to coach you and give you the foundation, the philosophies, and let you kind of grow into that yourself, and like just pace yourself through that. It's the same as like doing an internship. You've got to pace yourself to get through the summer. It's the same as going through a tournament. You can't, month out from a tournament, you don't want to be killing yourself and like blowing yourself out in the first week. You've got to make sure you're there at the end of it. And I think the same goes for a career. I think it's just a matter of recognizing that there is a lot of opportunity in this industry, and the more time you can put into building that foundation, the higher you're going to be able to rise than you ever thought.
Okay, great, good advice. What about what's your favorite tool to get the job done?
Oh man, like, well, the cliche would be like our team is like the best thing. Like if we can keep our team in the right headspace, good spirits, We've got everybody standardized and working towards the same goal. I think that's, we can kind of achieve anything we want to then. To get more finite on a tool, I would say we do, we collect clippings every day off of our greens, Valley, Stadium, it doesn't matter. So we've got years worth of data from that. Like that's a really cool tool for us to be able to kind of gauge where we're at in the growth habits of the plant and kind of extrapolate it out through the golf course. So that's kind of one of my favorite tools, is to see that clipping data every day. It really helps kind of dial in what we want to do.
Okay, very cool. And along that growing idea and whatnot, Quali-Pro obviously is a big partner of Golfdom's, and they're sponsoring I'll be down there for the tournament because they want us to see what they're working hand in hand with you guys. Anything you want to, any Quali-Pro product you want to give a shout out to that you're particularly fond of?
Oh, I mean, anything that we have of theirs is phenomenal. I mean, like they've just been a core piece of our program. Whether it's like in Florida, it's like where we're at, you turn your back for a minute and we're getting attacked by whether it's insects or weeds popping up, et cetera, et cetera. So just to know that Quali-Pro is going to has us covered from insects to any kind of weeds that we're going to be tackling, and then like allowing us to be out ahead of those with their pre-emergence, like they're just a great all-round go-to for us. So
good. Okay. And then get to know you personally, I see some kids art up on the wall. You got a family?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, married with a she'll be 2 this weekend, daughter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She get out to the course once in a while?
Yeah, they come out, particularly like in the lead up to the tournament, they'll come out here to spend the afternoons with me and kind of see what's going on. So yeah, kind of she's been raised out here now.
This is Lucas Andrews. He's out at TPC Sawgrass. I'm Seth Jones. Looking forward to the Players Championship like we do every year. So thank you, Lucas.
Thanks, Seth. Take care, man. See you soon.